Alright, switching things up. We have Saikoya playing Valder on player 1. So going all the way from Sigrid up to Valder in terms of tier. And Stargen matching with the Valder pick. So why Valder on this map?
I think Valder beats every other commander on this map. Like, this is one of the definitely Valder maps in the pool. So, you know, I was feeling confident enough in the mirror to just go Valder.
Makes sense. Yeah, because there's a definite feeling if you can just push your opponent's like stronghold side with your commander, and because of the slower reinforce, like yeah, I could see Valder being very strong here.
Like, I think if you watched like other games with other commanders, you'll see that early on they may like struggle to break the first village, and like because you'll see swords capping that village back in front of the commanders again and again, and then they struggle to get past that one initial village. But Valder doesn't really have that problem. He just, you know, he's Valder, so he just, smacks the village, builds a sword, and then usually by 2 or 3 turns it's over.
Yeah, actually, something I'm noticing that's quite a bit different here. Stargen didn't get as much of a heal on Valder as I think he would have liked to, so now
Yeah,
Valder has to go for that second heal, and
I think he wanted that early balloon.
yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense because yeah, you've got no anti-air. Balloon is going to be able to wall very effectively. It's going to be able to transport those spears to the front line quicker. And now we see the mage in response. That's going to take a while, but it will get to the front line eventually. Sergeant just moving those spears up.
Yep. Think like you can, once you get your balloon spears out, it can be like very strong on this map. But still think, you know, knights are so OP, they still have a role to play on this map.
Yeah.
um,
Ooh, Golem comes out, so... Are you just
yeah.
thinking I can win the Golem war again?
Well, right now, if you look at the board, I have more villages. So if I start the Golem War now and nothing happens, I'll probably win it because I'll have more golems, right?
Yeah, and
But
oh...
Stargen probably not gonna let that happen.
I just noticed, like, the low roll from Stargen on that village. That isn't fun. He's gonna have an injured knight to work with.
Well, there's not too much of a punish.
Well, he would have captured the village that turn as well.
It's true.
So there's a bit of economy difference there, and yeah, that's just not fun to have to deal with. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Stargen, they're gonna try and recover from this. Fills up the knight. That village is gonna stay in your possession because of that interaction.
Yep. I also have that village because of the later Valder heal you already mentioned.
Oh, that's true as well. Yeah, that definitely
He did
slowed down
get like
Stargen.
the spears out earlier, I guess, but not that much.
Oh, that hit on the mage. Gonna be that means you can just safely move your balloon forward and not have to worry about
Yep. Although I was a little concerned about getting lethaled halfway into this turn. I kind of moved some units in the way of Valder so he can't hit my Valder.
right.
But
Yeah. Oh right, yeah, because your knight's just healthy enough to block like a sword hitting it. Um Yeah, Stargen not going for any kind of lethal attempts, just gonna pick off all the units they can. Heals up that mage.
Rise from your grave.
Alright. Picks off that weak sword in the back. We're gonna see. Okay, so yeah, that sword just walks forward. I guess, yeah, even if he healed, it's still not gonna tank a spear hit. So might as well just save the gold and the health on the village.
Yep.
And ooh, knight goes down. That's not fun. Although, funnily, if he'd healed, like, that weak spear wouldn't have killed it, so... But at this point, you're so far ahead on economy. Like, that delayed, like, second heal for Valder meant that he can't... he couldn't hold that village, which meant you had an economy advantage, and now yeah, you're just gonna kind of grind through his army.
Yeah, it's become quite the meat grinder, which, I mean, it means I can't spam golems with a lead, so it's not the worst for him. But, like, I'm still trading from ahead, so
Yeah, and
it's
both
easier
of you...
for me to navigate this.
Yeah, and both of you are just, trying to think of the right words. You're both, like, getting Wargroove up, like, pretty much equally, so even though... Yeah, Stargen's managing to find kills with Valder and making swords, like you're doing the same thing as well, so...
By my hand, rise.
This is probably going to be one of the most amount of Valdergers we've seen in a single game. Constant sword production. Oh, is this a lethal attempt? It is. Heal on the archer to try and get a little bit more damage. Spear crit follow up.
Rise
Oh,
from your grave.
it's not going to be quite enough. And yeah, Stargen knows it.
Yeah, I think it had, like, decent odds of success, but, like, it's not great.
Yeah, and there's a balloon there, so Valder can just run away if he really needs to. And you've got double mage heal too, so... Just so many units dying. You're just gonna... Ooh, you're just gonna raise deads? I guess there just isn't enough close by.
Yeah.
And yeah, mage heal just for safety. And I guess the tempo as well, because then you can mage heal again next turn. And Valder can't really take any damage this turn. So Stargen very much on the back foot. Managed to kill the golem. So they've got that going for them, but... Unless you do something like suicide your dragon in, I think you're going to be completely fine.
You should be fine. Dogs taking out the golem is kind of funny.
Yeah, especially because it was the weak one that got the last hit, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not something you see every day. Oh, wow. Look at how much the income difference is at this point. Just all of these villages. And, yeah. Like, all that can really happen here is, like a lethal. Like, that's the only hope Stargen has. Unless you absolutely make a horrible blunder with your army.
I mean, it is reaching close to the point where it's kind of hard for me to make a blunder because he won't have enough to punish even a blunder.
That is true. But yeah, like there's just very little income left on Stargen's side of the map at this point. And you can just continually, you know, take villages. So this knight on the left-hand side is doing so much work.
Yep.
Especially
Low HP sword is on the journey.
Yeah, that sword is getting max value, like just absolutely tons. And I think, is this going to be a lethal attempt? It is, and yes, it is going to be successful. So, congratulations, you take your first set in Group of War 7. That puts you through to guaranteed top 12. You could still fall to the lower brackets. But yes, well done. Nicely played.
Yeah, happy with how Descent went. Maybe, the turn like where he attempted lethal, I could have like been more safe by putting the balloon on another side of Valder. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with how it went. I'll play to Stargen. They did better they played better in game 2, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it definitely felt like you were in control both games. So.
Yeah.
I do feel like that one coin flip was a bit of a sore point. With the knight and the swords, that would have equalized the income, but like you said earlier, Stargen had that double heal, which was definitely like a slowed the tempo down on that side. Okay, we're gonna go into the next set. I'm just gonna take a quick break before then, though, so I'll be back in a minute.